Let's see how to calculate an arithmetic mean in Google Sheets. I am going to simply head over, and in any cell I like, I'm going to press equals average. Notice it's not mean, it's average. We speak about the mean pretty regularly in statistics, but same thing. And in Google Sheets, you're going to write average. And then I'm just going to go down column B, and I get this value of 3.677419. Let's just address this up. That's a lot of precision. I can head on up and reduce my rounded value, so I get 3.68. And I want to think about something for a second. We've already looked and examined. We can just see right here that the modal value is between 2 and less than 3 glasses of water, which is to say the modal value is 2 glasses of water. And earlier we saw that the median glasses of water was 3. And now we get this 3.68. I have made the claim that the mean harmonizes your data. It balances your data. Over here, I am going to just create observations. Remember, there were between 0 and 8 full glasses was what we observed. So I'm just going to put in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because those were all the possibilities. And then I'm going to highlight this entire segment and say equals frequency, parentheses. I'm going to highlight all of column B and then comma, and then highlight my bins. And I can just press enter. This little 0 always shows up at the bottom. That's a different story. Don't worry about that. But now we're seeing like, hey, there were 8 occasions where I consumed 2 full glasses of water. You get the idea. Now, here's where I want to create some idea of the balance that's going on. Let's go to the most extreme, right? Some days I consumed 0 full glasses, and there was one day where I consumed 8 full glasses. Well, what's the midpoint? What's the average between 0 and 8? Well, the midpoint would be 4, right? But there was one extra day where I consumed 0 glasses than when I consumed 8 glasses. And if we just took like a little mini average of what's going on, we would once again just kind of have average, and I would have to click these individually. There was, hey, just K16 comma and then J16 colon J17, which is what you see up here. My little local average for the most extreme low and extreme high was 2.67, and I can do that on all of these pairs. Once again, 1 plus 7, the midpoint is 4. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And then 4, the average is 4. And so all that's really going on is this question of like, well, how many data observations do I have and how many excess? Like here, I've got an average of 4, an average of 4, but I've got a 1 left over. And that takes my overall average to 3.4. I have an average of 4, 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 and then I have these 3 2s left over. By the time I have all of this data, it really only takes my local average for these values down to 3.54. And here, I got more 5s, right? I've got more 5s than 3, so it pulls it up to 4.33, and then this last value is 4 because there's just one observation of 4. And so when we look at this, there's this tendency to center around 4, but sometimes we have more low values than corresponding high values, like we see here, here, and here. And then other times we have more high values than corresponding low values. And so it just becomes kind of a tug of war based on how many times did the lower value win, how many times did the upper value win, and how many full iterations, how many full data points. Like this only has 3 full observations, right? Whereas this one over here's got 13, and this one over here's got 9. So by the time I put all of this together and say I want to just average out all of the data, I'm going to just average all of the data, I come up with 3.68, the same as I had when I was just looking and highlighting all of my data and saying what was the arithmetic mean.